In this video, we're going to create a donation button to add to your auction event page, go through all the settings, and explain the different features that you can add to the Donate Cash button. First thing you want to do is in the left-hand side under Live Event Options, come under Donations, and then click Donation Button. You want to make sure that you turn your button on, and then at any time you can go ahead and preview what the button currently looks like on your event page. Underneath that, for button text and messages, this is where you're going to be able to update all of the information that shows up on your donation button. Go ahead and make any type of button text changes to the button, the description, and then also a custom message. Underneath that, if you want to add some predefined donation amounts, you can do that under the donation amounts section. If you do happen to include any donations offline, you can go ahead and add them here, and this will just increase the total that the visitors to your event page or your bidders will see. You can also allow custom amounts. You can also put a minimum and a maximum bid amount if they do happen to leave a custom bid amount. Underneath that, under display options, this is where if you want to turn this off on mobile phones, you can do that. So it's only going to be for desktop users or vice versa. So you can either show only on desktop or only on mobile, or you can enable both to show on both mobile and desktop versions. Underneath advanced options, this is where you can require contact information. So basically, it's just collecting all the donor name, email addresses, and information instead of just an anonymous donor where you don't keep that. I always suggest keeping this on because you want to be able to collect name, email, phone numbers, things like that for your donor database. And then allowing for anonymous donations. This just means that on anywhere on the public site, if you do choose to list your donations or made, it'll just the donor can choose anonymous so that their name does not display to the public. If you turn this off, all the names will display to the public if you are using, like, let's just say the leaderboard or one of those other features on our platform. And then underneath the thank you message, this is just after they make the donation. This is where this is the message that will show up to them. So that's configuring your donation button and the different settings. So next, before we actually show you what that looks like, we'll go ahead and we'll update the branding. So in the left-hand navigation under branding, this is where you can choose the different styles for your button. I'm going to show you each one here real quick. So the first one we have is the display style of auction item style. So this basically is what it looks like. It looks like you're an auction item. It'll show up in the placeholder number 1 on your auction all items page, and people can go through and make a donation. This is just a live preview of what it will look like. I'll show you what it actually looks like on your event page here in a second. You can also choose the banner style, and in the preview you can see that it now shows across the top above your list of items underneath it. So this is kind of nice to have it this way, or if you want it more compact, you can go ahead and make it part of the actual auction item list. And then the other one is a floating donation button. So this basically will put it in the bottom right-hand corner, just a little make a donation button. So people can click on it. It's not part of the auction items or listed at the top. And then the last thing is just kind of choosing your color theme. So this is where you can really go ahead and design it. You can do custom colors, or if you do one of our presets, you'll see it kind of start to fill in here, and then you can choose to change it from there. You can also enable gradient on the colors and then show a progress bar on the page or not. So you just enable or disable that based on your preference. So let's go ahead and we're going to go ahead and save this, and then let's just go ahead and take a look. First one we're going to look at is the floating button. You'll see in the lower right hand corner we enabled the make a donation button, the floating button in the lower right hand corner. So this is where they can click on it, enter, choose the amount that they want to donate, and then click through to enter their information, and then eventually a credit card to check out. So let's go back and we're going to go ahead and try the other two layout options. We're going to choose auction style. It'll auto save. We'll come back here and go ahead and save it or refresh. And you'll see here's what the item style looks like. So you'll see here's your 2 auction items. It shows up in placeholder number 1. So this is where they can go ahead and make a donation or choose a quick preset, and it'll again take them through choosing and then eventually checking out. Let's go ahead and try the last design option. All right, let's go ahead and refresh. And you'll see it's across the entire top of your page. You'll have room for 4 items. You will see that it is mobile responsive. So on your mobile phone, it will start to form to the size of your mobile phone, and then go ahead and make donations and follow the same process. So that's how you add a donation button and design it to your auction page. Next feature we will look at is the paddle raise.